What up, man? So look, I just got done teaching one of my coaching clients in my coaching program the basics of cover two, the breakdowns of cover two. And in this video, man, I want you guys to see how we learn about the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, the whys and why nots, and everything associated with cover two. All right. And if you are interested in any type of coaching consulting, you're just getting started in this game, you want to be an elite football coach, you want to understand the breakdown of defense, offense, whatever that is. Look, man, just go down to the link below in this YouTube video and apply for the program, and I will talk to you soon. So check out this class that I just broke down with one of my coaching clients. See y'all in the video. Let's go.
All right. So the biggest thing when we talk about cover two is we have to understand the alignments and we have to understand the fits of each player based off the alignments. Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. So if we're looking at a 4-3, where will we declare the strength in cover two? Where is the strength of the formation declared?
4-3, so 4 in the back. Outsides to me.
Okay. So what I mean by that is the strength of the formation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is considered the number one receiver. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Number two, this is my number three. This is my number one, my number two. We got three to this side. So MRS. So MRS means most receiver side. Okay. So we're going to declare our strength here, meaning when we set the front, here's our end, and our tackle is going to be in the three technique, outside shade of the guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can have a two eye. It could be inside, an inside shade of the guard. You can have a straight up two, which is over the guard. Or we like to run them into a three, basically a B gap player. You have your nose tackle, which is a one technique, basically an A gap player, and then you're in here. So this sets your front. Okay, you always want the tackle and our defense set to the strength side. So that's three on that side, two on that side, that's the strength. Now we take our corner. Our corner will now be over here. Then our nickel, which we play with the nickel, will be here in the apex. You know what the apex is?
No, I'm gonna be honest with that one.
Okay.
That one's new for me.
So apex, that is the distance between the end man on the line of scrimmage and my nearest receiver, the apex. So my nickel is going to sit in that apex between those two. That'll allow him to play the run. That'll allow him to play the pass. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now with that being said, now that I have my end in a 5 technique, which is outside the tackle, I have my tackle in a 3 technique, which is the B gap. I have my nickel in a 1 technique, which is the A gap. And I have my end in a head up position, but we still call this 5 or you call it a 4-eye, depending on how you want to do it. Now I have open gaps. I have an open A gap. I have an open B gap. My mic has got to align in the A, which we call that a 10 alignment. Okay, so that's basically a 1, but he's inside of that A gap. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now my next open gap is the B gap, which my will align in, or depending on where you position this in, if you have him crash down, the will can line up further outside. Just for this purpose, we'll have the will align in the B. Make sense?
Yep.
So now my corner will align. So now we have corner, nickel, Mike, will, corner. So my free safety is the one who's away from the strength. My strength is declared here. Rose call. Rose. Here's my strong safety. Here's my free safety. So now we have our 4-3. 4 down linemen, 3 underneath defenders, 3 pass defenders. Make sense?
Yep.
Now in a cover 2, what is my initial, or not initial, but what is my job for the corner?
Corner is to get the hold up, sorry, I had it.
Yep. So you
get the short. Yeah, get the flats. Sorry.
So teach me. So now I'm a what defender?
Corner.
Okay.
Now, yeah.
What's my responsibility?
To get the flat. To get the flats.
There you go. Flat defender.
Yeah. Flat defender.
So I'm a flat defender.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is my responsibility as strong safety and free safety?
Free safety will both go deep. They're the deep defenders.
Okay, so the deep half defenders.
Deep halves.
So what do we mean by the half? You can explain this multiple ways. This could be your hash marks. Okay. These could be your numbers. And then you can play in between the hash and the numbers depending on your coaching scheme. Okay. But we like to play it based off the man. Okay. So what that means is my safeties are going to read this guy. This guy. This guy. That's who my safety is going to read. Okay. Why is he going to read this guy? Because this guy is going to determine my drop at safety. All right. So most coaches teach their corners and safeties to read 2-1. So the 2 comes out. Hey man, he's into the flat. I'm gonna sink off a little bit, whatever, right? I tell my corners and safeties to read 1-2. If 1 gives me an inside release, me as a safety, my drop can stay right here. Because I no longer need to cover in between the hash and the numbers because he's reduced his split by coming inside on the inside leverage. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. If that receiver gives me an outside release, I now need to widen my drop because he's expanded the field. Make sense?
Yep.
So he tells me what number 2 is going to do. If he gives me an outside release, he's more than likely coming outside somewhere. Make sense?
Yes.
If he gives me an inside release, he's more than likely coming inside because of the spacing of the routes, or the release of number 1 is going to tell me what number 2 is going to do because spacing is involved. Okay. So usually you have a 3-man surface. So 1, 2, 3. So the 3, so that's the what of the offense. When I say before we do anything, we have to set the what. We have to set the strength, which we give a rose called rose, Lou, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's the strength. Now that we have a 3-man surface, the routes may change. I may get a mandatory outside release by number 1, which will open up some type of outside route by number 2, which can open up another type of concept with the running back going out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I might get inside release by number 1 in order to get a shallow cross by number 2 in order to get outflanked by the back by number 3. So when you teach concepts like this, when you teach the game, this is what I mean by teaching this, right? And so when you come in, this is what I want you to understand as a coach, is I want you to be able to break this down like this, okay? Because I need to be able to understand my fronts. I need to be able to understand that if I set the front on the right, so a strength is to the right, I set my initial D-line front to be able to handle any type of runs. Trap block, pull. I see that pull. I can fill gap here. I can hammer there. I can stop initial runs from that standpoint because I understand the run fit. Now, also, when we're talking about cover 2, okay, who is in the run fit in cover 2 and who is not in the run fit in cover 2? Do you know that?
You know what? I'm not even gonna try it because I'm learning and I'm here for
No,
it.
it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. So you get in my little house. See, I like to teach like this. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, it's when I was doing this, I was kind of irritated by myself because I knew the basics of it. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I haven't played in like 10 years. So
Man, look, man.
all of it's
So,
kind of,
so it's
yeah.
like this. It's like this, dog. So now we understand our front. Okay. We
Mm-hmm.
understand that we have set the front to the straight, the most receiver side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Since we understand that front, we understand that my mic has to play the strong side A gap because that is the gap that is open. My
Mm-hmm.
will, depending on what we do, let's say if we give a crash call to the end, he crashes into the B, he is now my fourth player. Let's say if the end is set to contain, he contains, I now have to fit. It just depends on how we structure those two, okay, on their weak side. But now, what we got to understand is in cover 2, the free safety and the strong safety, they do not have any run responsibility. If I see these two jokers running up on a play, I'm cussing them out. You are the deep defender. Your ass better not get deep. But contrary to belief, the corners are part of the run fit. What? How in the hell are the corners part of the run fit in cover 2? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 guys in the box. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, as a lineman, I account. As a lineman and quarterback, I'm accounting for 7 players in the box. I'm not accounting for the corners. If I get any type of run action, so let's say I come here and they bounce it out as a counter, I am now the unblocked defender as the flat defender in the run game. Nobody's blocking me. When you are an underneath defender in cover 2 or in any coverage, let's say we're playing cover 3, he rolls down to the flat, he rolls to the middle, My corner's deep third, we're hook, middle hook, we're hook here, we're flat there. These four guys here, here can be as aggressive as they want to be on any type of run play because why? We have help over the top. Whenever I'm a underneath defender and I have help over the top, I can be aggressive on runs. Okay. Now we can't be overly aggressive. Don't take my coaching point and take it way out of there. But I have
That's right.
help. I have help that will secure me over the top. So when I'm talking about teaching the game of football, this is what I mean about breaking it down. So when our athletes come into the program, they understand, hey, I'm going to learn how to play this game. I'm going to learn the tricks, the trades, this, that, and the other. Because anybody get up here and draw some plays. That's nice.
Mhm.
But I want to be able to learn the ins and outs. So as part of what we're going to do and help teach you, is we're going to help teach you how to understand that game, break that game down, and go from there. That makes sense?
Yes.
That sounds good to you?
Yes. Sorry, that's my
Okay.
son.